Throughout New York City, bike lanes and bike racks are popping up. It's New York City's first bike sharing program, and on May 27th, it makes its debut. Everyone has an input on how it will affect the city.
I think more exercise for everybody is great, but I think they probably could have used a little more common sense in where they put these lanes and rolled it out slowly. I don't understand why they had to come out all at once.
Well, what more do we need? We know it's a fire hazard, it's a health hazard. What more do we need? It's so obvious that whoever conceived this and spent our tax money putting these things everywhere that shouldn't be, should be fired.
Bike racks are fine, but biking is great, but not when it takes away the livelihoods of people who are working every day to maintain their families.
Here's the ironic thing. My building, a beautiful building, that's why I'm in New York City, okay, has a CitiBike in the building. I wake up in the middle of the bloody night, I go down, and there are 50 of these bicycle racks in front of my building. And there's not one in front of CitiBike.
Well, I think that this neighborhood was looking forward to having bike shares in the neighborhood. I think that that's not what the problem is, and that's not what people are upset about. They're upset about the sheer mass and volume of how the racks were put into the infrastructure of the city.
Despite public backlash, there are people in support of the CitiBike program.
The truth is that every time something new came, people were up in arms. When they introduced Easy Pass, it was controversial. Who's still complaining about Easy Pass? You know, when they introduced Zipcar, everyone said, Zipcar, who's going to share cars? And now everyone shares cars, no big deal. Now we share bikes. I mean, Paris, London, Washington, D.C., those are all vibrant, historically rich cities. They're doing great, and they love their bike share.
I think the biggest benefits of the program are adding more public transit to New York City. It's an affordable, quick, cheap way for New York City to have more public transit options. More people biking is generally also a great thing in a city where biking is easy and affordable. It's going to make biking an option for people that would never want to own or store a bike in their apartment.
I think it provides a lot of options for people who are new to cycling, who are new to bike commuting. You don't have to go and spend $500, $600 on a new bicycle or worry about it getting stolen. You can just grab a bike and do it.
I lived in DC for a while, and they had a program like that, and it was great. I think it's a good way to commute, and it could also be if more people start riding, maybe the city will become a more pleasant place to ride.
Interested in the New York City bike sharing program? Here's what you need to know. An annual membership is $95. A 7-day pass is $25. And a 24-hour pass is $9.95. There are some time limits associated with the program. Annual members are allowed to borrow the bikes for every 45-minute trip. 7-day and 24-hour riders are allowed 30 minutes between trips. And for the first few weeks, CitiBike is offering a special $5 one-day membership. At the 2013 New York City Bike Expo, riders got an opportunity to try CitiBike before going public.
So I got on the bike, and I was on the third gear, and it was really smooth. I just took off, and you know, the handlebars are really comfortable, good rubber, you know, rubber grips, and turning it was easy. It was like, I don't know, it was like I was a kid again, just riding a really easy bike.
Really easy, simple to ride. One of the advantages that you'll notice it at is small crank set, so you can't ride too fast. The brakes are adjusted so you're not going to lock up the brakes, tip over on the bike, and it's a really sturdy bike. Big wheels make it really easy to ride, so they've thought of everything. There's going to be very few accidents on these bikes, just the way they're built.
Not as smooth as I thought, maybe because they're new. The brakes is pretty hard to turn.
The design is such that keep you somewhat upright, that you're able to observe your surroundings without any undue stress on your body. So they're pretty comfortable.
So what's the future of bike sharing in New York City? Here's what people had to say.
In a month, people are going to see happy people on bikes all over the city. It's not going to be the chaos that some of the media outlets are projecting. And then in a year, people are going to be upset that they have to walk 2 blocks over to pick up a bike. Why isn't it not right in front of my house? That's New Yorkers. We do that.
I was out there the day they installed it, cheering them on, shaking hands, because we know it's going to be fabulous for our neighborhood, and it's going to be good for every residential and commercial neighborhood around the city.
We have to tackle our transportation network head on, and we have to get moving into the future, and this is one of the ways we're doing it.
For more information about the CitiBike program, go to CitiBike nyc.gov.